We have Robert Earl from the town of Banff, who was just speaking on a panel about CAOs and the best practices of CAOs. Rob, you were chosen as being one of the really good CAOs in the country, and it was a pleasure to hear you talk. One of the things you were talking about is the role of strategic planning in your organization. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Certainly. From my perspective, I've always worked in municipalities, and small municipalities at that. And as such, there hasn't been party politics. And so each individual councillor brings their own views, and they're not collective views. And so at times you've got a council who are all kind of pulling in the same direction, and that's great. At other times you've got divergent opinion on council. And so how do you move forward as a municipality successfully when you've got divergent opinions? From my perspective, that's where strategic planning becomes invaluable. The strategic planning process itself allows council to communicate with each other, to come together on common ground and choose a path forward. It also allows the administrative team a window into the thinking of council, so those minority positions are aired during that process. And then at the end of the day, the product, the strategic plan itself, is a great tool to communicate to the community, to the residents and businesses, about where this council wants to take the community.
So it's a process and an outcome.
It's both, and both are incredibly valuable.
And invaluable to the community too, because they get to get a window on where the community is going to be heading.
Absolutely. The product itself is invaluable in terms of the community can consume and look at where they're going, but also the fact that it has been created, I think, from my perspective, allows the municipality to be much more productive in terms of moving forward.
Now, you said something else in your presentation that really struck me about how the currency of your relationship with council was confidence, and that you had to be constantly proving empirically how the organization was doing. What are the best tools for that?
Well, from my perspective, the best tool for that is measurement. Quantitative analysis is superior from my perspective in this area than qualitative. You can get one or two opinions about how you are as an organization, but you're never quite sure. And so, from my perspective, performance benchmarking, measuring your own efficiency and effective performance against yourself over time is fantastic. If you can find a group of other municipalities that provide similar service and measure against them, that's even better. I've worked in government for 20 years, and I've worked with teams that are very proud of the services and programs that they deliver. And I know in my heart that they are efficient and effective service delivery. But in my heart isn't good enough. Quantitative analysis is proof to both ourselves and the community and council that we are indeed good at what we do. And it builds confidence. Council is then confident when they see those numbers. And that confidence allows that council to give staff a little bit more room to be a bit more creative. And when you get creative, that's where the interesting things happen.
Yeah, well, that's terrific. Thank you so much for your participation today.
Thank you.